fast.
Eddie, please!
That night, Hannah suddenly burst into Jack's room and unleashed a storm of insults. She had just finished reading the final chapter of Misery and couldn't accept that the heroine was dead. Jack tried to comfort her, saying the body may die, but the spirit lives on. Hannah shrieked, pointed at him, and screamed, "Murderer!" She raged so hard the floorboards trembled, shaking the bed until Jack's wounds throbbed with pain. Then she grabbed a flower stand and smashed it against the wall. Before storming out, she spat venomously, "No one's coming to save you." The next day, Hannah brought in a wheelchair, a table, and a typewriter. She wanted Jack to rewrite Misery's ending. Jack planned to stall, but when he noticed a hairpin she had dropped on the floor, he instantly changed his mind. With a forced smile, he said the typewriter required special paper. Ordinary paper would smudge the ink. Hannah snapped. How dare he make demands of his savior? She slammed a heavy stack of paper onto his injured leg. Jack writhed in agony. Only after Hannah drove away did he bend down and pick up the hairpin. He quickly discovered it could unlock the bedroom door, but not the reinforced front door. Instead of wasting time, he thought of calling for help, but the phone was just for show. Hannah had gutted it long ago. As he turned his wheelchair, he nearly knocked over a penguin figurine, then carefully set it back in place. Suddenly, an engine roared outside. Hannah was back. Jack scrambled toward the wheelchair, sweat soaking through his clothes. He managed to climb into the chair, lock the bedroom door, and not a moment later, Hannah walked in. She frowned at the sight of his drenched face. Thinking fast, Jack exploded in fake rage, demanding painkillers before he passed out from agony. Since she had struck his leg earlier, when Hannah saw the heroine alive again, she twirled around with joy. Jack, seeing her delight, suggested they celebrate with dinner. Hannah blushed with adoration. That evening, Hannah put on her best dress and makeup. Jack praised her cooking and showered her with compliments. Then he casually remarked the candlelight dinner wasn't romantic enough without actual candles. As soon as she left to fetch them, he poured the powdered painkillers into her wine glass. One sip would knock her out, but Hannah accidentally spilled the drink before tasting it. With Misery resurrected, the ending had to go on. One stormy night, Hannah grew melancholic. To his shock, she confessed she'd fallen in love with him. At first, it was just a fan's devotion to her idol, but after days together, it had turned into a woman's love for a man. Yet Hannah knew it was one-sided. Jack was wealthy, famous, and adored by beautiful women. She, overweight and plain, could never win his heart. She sighed, saying once the book was finished, she'd hate to part ways. Then Hannah pulled out a gun. Jack quickly promised he'd never leave, but Hannah said she'd heard that lie before, from her husband, who left her on a rainy night just like this. Ever since, rain awakened murderous urges in her. To resist them now, she grabbed her keys and drove off. Shaken, Jack armed himself with a kitchen knife. On the way back, he found a photo album titled Memory Lane. Inside were missing person clippings about himself and photos of Hannah from childhood to adulthood. Hannah had made the news many times. First, when her wealthy father died mysteriously, leaving her an orphan. Then, when a coworker died under strange circumstances, she conveniently replaced them as Nurse of the Year.